Hey, it's Cousin Tim in Missouri. Here we are, barbecue season. Burgers, grilling out all the time, lots of barbecue. What's something that always goes along with that? Dill pickles. Let's make us some refrigerator dill pickles. Come on, let's see how we do it. All right, so what you're going to need, of course, is some cucumbers, smaller ones like this that you can make into spears or into your pickled chips like you'd see on hamburgers and sandwiches and things like that. So you want to get small ones that'll fit into the jars that you have. Got a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt for pickling and preserving. It doesn't have iodine in it, so it's not going to discolor your pickles. It's going to be just a good, nice, mild, salty flavor. Got some pickling spices. It's got mustard seed, peppercorns, some coriander, some pepper flakes and stuff in here. Other spices that's going to make these pickles taste great. Got some garlic cloves that will stick down in there. Got a cup of white vinegar, 3 cups of water, and of course, some fresh dill. So I'm going to get these uh, cucumbers sliced up, and I'm going to do our brine over here, get it going. We want to melt down this sugar and salt, and then we got to let it cool off before we can start jarring these up. So stick around. I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll get this going. Okay, I've cut a few of these up. You can make these as thick or thin as you want to. The thicker they are, the crunchier they'll stay. But you want to get them. If you're going to put them on hamburgers or something, use them for sandwiches. Might want to do them a little thinner than that. But if you just want to snack on them and eat them and have them be more crunchy, make them about a quarter of an inch thick. I did misspeak a little bit ago too. You need a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of sugar to the 1 cup of vinegar and the 3 cups of water. That's what you make your brine out of. I've got it over here on the stove top, going over here, melting down the sugar and the salt in there. Then we're going to have to give it time to cool down before we add it to the pickles. So you want it to be cool when you put it in there so it doesn't cook the cucumbers any and cause them to turn out to be a little softer than you might want. You want to keep them nice and crunchy. So I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting up these cucumbers and let that brine do its thing over here. And then once we start jarring these up, I'll be back and we'll go over that step with you then and get these pickles done. These will could be ready to eat after a day, but it would be best to let them set for a few days just to continue to absorb some of the flavors of the pickling spices and the brine that we got in there. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these up and let that brine finish its deal over here, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, so what we're going to do here, you can use any jar you want, any size mason jar you want. Just make sure you got enough room for, if you make spears, you want to make sure you got enough length for it. With these here, we're just going to start layering these in here. What I'm going to start off with doing is putting some of this pickling spice in the bottom there. Probably not quite enough to cover the bottom of these jars. Maybe a teaspoon, half teaspoon, whatever you want to put in there. But anyway, you start sticking these cucumber slices down inside here. Get about halfway full here. I'm going to crush garlic clove and stick down in there. Also going to go in here with some of this fresh dill. Stick that down in there. I'll do this one over here while we're at it. Get it about halfway full. Smells like summertime. All right, crack one of these garlic cloves. Stick it off down in there. Another bunch of this dill. Stick it down in there. top off the rest of this with some of these slices of cucumber here. We can pack this in here. They don't have to be loose. You can just get them in there as much as you can. All right. So that one. Get this going. If you want these spicy, you could put like some red pepper flakes, sliced jalapenos, some other kind of chili pepper that you might have if you grow in your own garden. Whatever you got on hand to stick down in there. Do it. Make it your way. So, all right. I did put some more of that pickling spice in this brine here, just to boost that flavor a little bit. But I'm going to top these off with this brine. All right, like I said, these could be ready to eat tomorrow. Let them sit 24 hours or so. But if you really want to get good dill pickle taste, you might give it, 3 or 4 days. I'm going to stick another sprig of dill on top of here just because we have it. So. Doing these refrigerator pickles this way, you don't have to have pressure cooker, canning equipment or anything like that. You can just make these pickles and they'll stay for months. Good, just like this, that jar like that. So, all right, get the lid on these, get these in the refrigerator, and they'll be good to go here for sure by next weekend. So, all right, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Let us know what you think about what we do here. So, appreciate it. Have a good one. See you next time. Hey, I was just thinking it's been a couple of days and I hadn't sat down to edit this video down in it all, put it all together. And these pickles should be about ready. There they are. Looks like a jar of pickles. See about opening that. All right, smells like dill pickles. Let's give this a try, see if they stayed crunchy. Oh yeah. Ready for summer. Ready for barbecue. Stick them on your hamburgers, whatever. These are awesome. Give them a try. See you later.